What's going on, everyone? Lalit here. Tesla's battery day is on September 22nd. If you click this video, I'm pretty sure you probably know everything under the sun regarding Tesla, potential news releases, announcements, etc., etc., etc. So we'll stick straight to the stock price prediction and we'll get into it right here. So I'll see you on the other side. For the sake of simplicity, I have a Robinhood graph here pulled up to analyze the current price in the last month or so. But what I'm going to pull up next to analyze the future price won't be this Robinhood graph, so please stay tuned. All right. So looking at the graph. Over here, basically we have a high over here on August 31st. So after the split, we approximate at, it says 498, so just call it 500. This is important for this situation / analysis. So if we say that Tesla has a max of 500 over here, and if we go all the way over here to that 330 dip that happened on the 8th, it comes back over here to a local high of around 460. And it closed the other day, aka Friday closed yesterday, around 450-ish, right over here. So this 445, 450 range, if we see over here, when did it touch it over here? At this point again, we have 447 on September 2nd. So the point of this is, now we understand that we basically have this high of 550, we have this local low of 330 post-split pricing, and back here we have over here at 460-ish, 450 range, really, in this kind of consolidation point of sorts, if I may put it like that. So now, let me analyze the actual part, which will tell us where the market sentiment is, aka the actual option price premiums for this week expiring on September 25th, 2020. So over here around this 450, you got 12,204 in terms of open interest and volume traded of 23,755 contracts. So this is at 450, and so what I'm going to do is very simple. We're just going to look at kind of the numbers right around at each strike price, more or less, and go down and see where is the interest lying. Where do people think it's actually going to go? And that can kind of incline us towards our decision. So 450, here we have it. And here, you have these 3,000, 5,000. There's a lot of volume traded around this 460 range. But if you see carefully right here, you have 500 and 495. You have 23,000 over here in terms of open interest, volume of 4592, and you have 35K over here and around almost equal volume over here traded per the open interest here for 500. So that already tells us off the bat that if there is a gap up per se on Tuesday after the announcement, 500 is the all-time high approximately, which was important what we mentioned in the beginning. And so that's a good indicator of where it could be going. But when you analyze the strike prices as you keep going what's above 500, that's when we get more insight. So when we scroll down, look at this. You have this over here at 595 and 600. So pretty much 145 to 150 points, aka 450 to 595, 450 to 600. You have it over here at 16,592 open interest and 25K over here in terms of open interest. So if it passes 500, there are certain points that it doesn't need to necessarily go straight from 500 to 600, but there's not a lot stopping it between that 500 to 600 point, although it could just go to the all-time high and just stay there, aka a lot of this is priced in. We've known this announcement for so long, so let's see what happens. So from 600 all the way down, there is interest, there is volume over here, but if you go all the way down right here, 800, over here we're maxing out over here, so 14K volume and 13K in terms of volume traded for $800 strike price. So the point of that is, if it can pass $600, if you see 700 in terms of here open interest, 5,000, yeah, there's some volume, that's fine, but basically, indirectly, if you see the power of Tesla, and depending on the announcement, depending on the traders, Wall Street has always bet against Tesla with insane puts. So the market always goes the other way because Tesla has that much power in terms of the people who are backing it, in terms of the investors themselves. So if it can pass 600, I don't think there's much stopping it from going straight to 800, just given the rally that can happen accordingly. So if we can go past the all-time high of 500, we have a next step at 600. And if we can pass 600, it can go zoom up to 800 is what I'm expecting. Now, Monday morning, opening of trading, we have one day before the actual official announcement. So before the initial announcement, we don't know what's going to happen, but usually in that type of earnings type of similar capability, there could be a little teetering, but there could also be that type of FOMO of like the last minute folks trying to get in just because they want to realize some type of profits or gains right after the actual next day announcement. So maybe on Monday we see a little sell-off in terms of some profit taking, but it all comes back to the economy / the market conditions in general. If the market's down a little, yeah, that will affect Tesla a little, but the news is the news. And if the market's normal condition, whatever happened to Tesla on last Thursday with a little decline, came back a little close at 450, I think that we can see it go into 460, 470, 475, but not to the all all-time high, I would say, one day before the announcement. But when the announcement actually happens on Tuesday and what happens after, if it's great news as expected, we can see that all-time high around that 500 again. And with that rally, with that power, momentum, etc., it can go 500 to 600, 600 straight to 800. So let's see what happens. Hope that helps. I'm not a financial advisor. You know how it is. But here we go. Let's see what happens. So good luck. Happy trading. See you very soon. But this is a short video. I hope this helped get some insight into seeing the market sentiment, looking at the option price and different strike price premiums, depending on a certain dates, to influence what type of price the market in general is thinking where the price could go. And this strategy can be used not just for Tesla's local in this term analysis based on news, but you can use this kind of sentiment or analysis for any other stock in general in the stock market. But with that, again, my name is Lalit. Please leave a like, subscribe, etc. if you like this type of information and content. But with that, I'll see you very soon. And here we go.